Hey, it's Stan to talk about my personal finance and my journey to wealth. If you're a new listener, welcome, and I hope you find some information that you're able to use today. The number one investment that you could possibly make is investing in yourself. When I first heard that, I was unsatisfied about the answer because I was expecting a cheat code that would make me become rich overnight, or some type of stock or crypto that nobody knew about yet that would take me to my financial goals. Even though they are possible to come by, for example, AMC, GameStop, Dogecoin, and other meme stocks that were first made popular by Wall Street Bets. Even if you got in at the right time, it doesn't mean you'll necessarily make a ton of money off it. You'll have to be right twice. First time when buying in, and lastly when selling out, which can lead to you missing out on gains or losing lots of gains if held too long or too short. I know from previous experience it's harder to sell when you have already made a lot of money because you want to make more. And I'm not the only one. There's plenty of losses throughout Wall Street Bets community and the general stock community as well, but that's the price you have to pay if you want to make some quick gains. Anyways, more on investing on yourself. When I first started my financial journey, I would pretty much ignore that advice and throw it away without actually diving deeper into what investing in oneself actually means. And I would just take the advice more easily attainable, like saving or taking advantage of opportunities readily available. But I sadly failed to see how it truly is the best advice because I was too stubborn and not willing to find the answer for myself or how I can effectively use this tip. This action on its own can be difficult to make anything out of since you might not have someone directing you and telling you what to do or how you could do it. And even if someone was leading or mentoring you, it's still up to you to find something that you want to try and explore because nobody knows you more than you. So therefore, outside help can only get you so far before you will have to make decisions on your own. As for investing in yourself, that truly is a broad statement and can mean improving your finances, health, mental health, livelihood, but in general, it's just improving on yourself as a human being. And if you're like me, you're going to want to see a return on your task you spend time on. But sometimes investment early on in your life will not be fully realized until you're older, which can be discouraging, but I take lots of pride in knowing that I make decisions every day that will lead to me being more successful in the future. Keep in mind, if you're willing to invest into others, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to invest in yourself. Taking that first step is the hardest part of any goal because you have to break your routine and mentally choose to do something different that you either have no experience in or very little experience in. But it's better than the alternative, which is just living your life in autopilot. You'll have doubts about your goals and if they're even achievable, and multiple what-if statements that will pop up in your head telling you why it will fail. But it's important to take that leap of faith and take that knowledge you have right now and start working on yourself. The hard details will figure itself out, and chances are information you need will be on Google, YouTube, and some other platforms that carries knowledge for free. Besides, failing is part of the journey. It's unlikely the first thing you produce will be a banger, so allowing yourself to go through the beginning stages right now is saving your future self from having to figure it out later on. As for results, it'd be nice to hit out of the park on our first try and be labeled a natural. But for most people, it will be a struggle that has ups and downs. You might start to question the effectiveness of your skills and if this whole investing in yourself thing is for you. But I would encourage you to be skeptical about your process so you can improve on aspects of your process and daily objectives. But don't overly be negative about yourself. The results may exceed or miss expectations, but as long as you stay consistent with your projects and continue to try to improve on the process, then you're more likely to reach your goals in a timely manner. Don't let procrastination be the death of you. It took me about a year to finally post a YouTube video, even though I really wanted to do it earlier on. Now that I've made a couple of videos, the overall fear is gone. I'm just creating videos for people to hopefully take something from. I heavily procrastinated on this goal of mine because I wanted my first video to be higher quality than most videos. I realize now that it doesn't really matter since your first videos probably won't get so much traction and it's harder than I originally thought it would be to piece a great YouTube video together. Even though I still have aspects to improve on, it's a lot easier to tell what needs to be worked on than other parts of my YouTube channel. Don't let what you don't have or what you don't know get in the way of your goals to improve yourself. Secondly, there's only so much you can learn from others until it's time for you to go and figure it out for yourself. A other detail that leads to my procrastination is wanting to avoid all the pitfalls and mistakes of others before I finally begin. Although I believe it's a solid strategy for most evolutions in your life, it may just take your time and prevent you from actually starting. Some lessons have to be learned from your own mistakes, and that's fine because you're not going to make it to the top without fumbling a couple times. If you're embarrassed of your work or you're afraid of what others will think of you, then I will need you to take a deep breath and continue to live a life that you decide to live and not what others want you to be. It's your life, and if other people want to control yours, then it's probably because they can't control their own. So keep your head up, king, and roll with the punches. Chances are most people won't even look your way until you reach a certain amount of success. Anyways, but regardless, we are trying to improve ourselves, not what others think about us. As for the respective returns on your time invested into making yourself better, I can't really say you'll make a ton of money off of it, but I would say it would be a reason why you'll be successful in the future. Whatever goal you're currently working towards or want to begin, start today. Even if it's a small step, start. Because if you say to yourself, I'll start tomorrow, I'll begin later on, then you're already setting yourself up to fail before you even started. It took me a year to start this channel. Don't let something you want to do now be pushed off for later. Trust me. The sooner you begin, the longer you'll have to grow and become skilled. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in similar topics, go ahead and look at some of my other videos on my channel. Check the link in the description. Peace out.